Hey guys, it's Beck. Welcome to my messy desk. And this is part one of my craft room saga. This horribly thick amount of paper is step one of my craft room saga. I live in a very small house. I live with 3 other adults and my daughter who is 13. There is no room for a craft room in my house. There just isn't any room. So what I decided to do about 6 months ago was to buy a shed and create a craft room out of it. Basically what I found out is sheds are really expensive. They're not cheap at all. And basically I had to find one that was under $3,000 and could be financed. I did find a company in Orlando that would not only finance me, but had the shed in the size I was looking for. I wasn't looking for one of those dinky tin can kind from Home Depot. I was looking for something that, one, I could put insulation and walls up in, and two, I could run an air conditioner to it. So I had to have one that would was compatible for electricity. So that was the easy part. That only took me 3 months to do. I did find the company that would do it, and I did use them. I bought it from them. It was awesome. My shed is awesome. It's 10 by 16. I couldn't wait to get it delivered. And then I said, oh yeah, do you pull your own building permits? The answer to that was no. They don't pull their own building permits at all. So I had to pull my own, which that's what this is. All this lovely paperwork is a building permit. I have it folded up because my address is written in huge right there, so I didn't really want that to be on YouTube. So I covered it. Anyway, I live in Orange County, Florida. I don't live in the city of Orlando. I live in Orange County, which is apparently different and has different rules than the city of Orlando. When you first walk into the door, you talk to the lady at the desk and you say, I want a building permit. She hands you 2 pieces of paper and she says, fill these out, and oh, do you have a survey? No, I don't have a survey. What's a survey? That's a survey. What happens is you have to call a company and you pay $250 for them to take the Orange County, remember that's the people that I went to in the first place, Orange County plat book, and what they do, and you can see it right here, according to the plat thereof as recorded in plat book R, page 62, public records of Orange County, Florida, which means that Orange County already had this information. They just want a picture of it. You pay $250, they come out, they put little flags up, they get their little machines out, they measure and all this other stuff. All the stuff that's already written in the according to the plat book hereof as recorded in plat book page R, page 62, public records of Orange County. That's my plot line. So they have this nice little drawing of my house in the carport, and where the fences are and all this other stuff, and how this is a lot, and then this is our other half of a lot that we own. And you know, we have the block shed that's in the back that's not usable, by the way, because it's been there since the 50s and it's falling apart. The raised drain field, the septic tank, and right here is where I want my shed, but that wasn't on there when I came in. Now this is what I paid $12 for to the zoning people. To go in with your 2 forms that you fill out and the survey, and you say, okay, I want a shed. They say, where do you want to put it? I say, right there. They draw out the shed, 16 by 10. And then they said, okay, well, do you have the engineer's drawings? Excuse me, what? Nope, you don't have it, so you can't have your little stamp. Fine. Leave. Go back to the shed company. We get this thing and this thing. There's engineer's plans for the building itself and for the anchoring. Take it back. We say, okay, we got that. They said, okay, you got your survey, you got your plans, let me give you a red stamp, which is right here, signed off, bye, have a nice day, go over to building permits. So you go over to building, and then they tell you, oh, these are great, one problem, it says right here, this drawing is not valid unless signed in purple ink. Not valid unless signed in purple ink. This is where we came into a problem. Because these drawings right here are not in purple ink. They're a copy. So we can't use these drawings. Alright, fine. So we have to go back. They said now we could either get a copy of it with purple ink like these are. See? Purple ink. Purple ink. We could either get a copy with purple ink, or we could get a letter from the Department of Community Affairs saying that these building permits were fine. So that's what we did. That's what this is the letter from the Department of Community Affairs that says these building permits are perfectly fine and that we can use them. So we go back, and he goes, no, you can't use them because they haven't been stamped by the DOC, and they do not have purple ink. So we go back to the shed company again, and we tell them, look, they said that we can't do this without the purple ink. Now, I think I'm skipping one of the visits there because I can't really remember, but I know that there were 5 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 visits to this building place to get these things. So now we have this one. Now we have 2 copies of this one. We have one with purple seals and purple ink. That costed us an extra $100, by the way, to get those copies, because these nice little seals right here and this purple ink, the engineer who drew these to begin with and the people who stamped them all charged. So when you get through all 4 states, it's an extra $100 to get the ones with purple inks and the purple signature. But these are good for Florida, North Carolina, Georgia, and Alabama. The other thing that you can do if you don't have the ones with the purple ink is you can have ones with these nice little stamps that says Orange County Building Department. A stamp in red ink that says that it's been approved. So we had this copy that has that red ink stamp, and we have the purple ink copies, and they decided they'll take these and they'll let the company have the purple ink copies that cost $100. So we have this, and we have this, and we have the letter, and we have the survey, and we go back. Now this time when we go back, they go, oh, you have a septic tank. You live in the city of Orlando, or you live in Orange County, not the city of Orlando. So guess what you get to do? You got to go through the health department now and get an approval from them to be able to put your shed in, even though you don't have a toilet running to it or any kind of running water or anything else that would be actually attached to the septic tank, and it's like 15 feet from it. It's not this little space right here. That doesn't really show you how close it is. I mean, it's far away. It's nowhere near the shed. It's about 15 feet away. So, got to go to the health department, get approval from them. When you finally get approval after red stamp after red stamp, and your purple ink, I swear I'm going to buy these people a thing that stays on in purple, so I don't, and some pens in purple, so I don't ever have to hear the words purple ink again. You get this lovely thing, this yellow cardstock thing, this inspection record, and then you get to call them, and they have to come out and inspect your building and make sure that everything is hunky-dory and fine, and then they finally sign off on it, and you can actually start putting things inside a shed. Now, I don't know about you, but this is the most expensive packet of papers I've ever seen in my life. Not only do you have the $3,000 that the shed has cost me, but you also have the $12 that you give to zoning, the $12 that you give to the building company, the $200 that you give the engineers, and then another $50 for this piece of cardstock right here. This is an expensive piece of paper, but I did it legally, so there's nobody who's going to come back and say, hey, you owe us money for building something that you weren't supposed to have on your property. It's all done. It's all said. It is finished. There's nothing that they can do. As soon as they sign off on this and I get the lovely drawers at the bottom. I'm finished, and I never have to worry about code enforcement on this again. Because we live in Orange County and not the city of Orlando, code enforcement is a big thing. They're out here all the time. Anyway, that's part 1. It is finally done. It was done on I can't speak today. July 6th it was finished, and the shed was delivered. You'll see a slideshow on that part 2, because they were supposed to show up at 8 a.m. They showed up at 8 p.m., but whatever. As soon as this is all done, I can start showing you videos of I have the worst cold in the world. I'm so sorry that I'm coughing and stuff in your ears, but as soon as all this is done and everything, I can start showing you videos of the improvements that I'm making and how I'm getting moved in, and finally show you my craft room, which is why I'm calling this the Craft Room Saga. Until next time, guys, have a great night, and this has been Beck's Messy Desk.